we didn't have many expectations going into that season. Like we weren't picked to finish well in the Big Ten. We weren't ranked. We didn't have like the hoopla. We had graduated like a bunch of good players, and then like guys like me were coming in and being first time starters. And I can remember people like saying I was a big question mark and, all this stuff, like just things we had to achieve going into the season. And then you make this like kind of magical run all the way to the Final Four. You beat a lot of really good teams and you get there and you come up so close, like losing on a buzzer beater in the Final Four. And I say this, and Sam used to say this too, is like if we were going to win the national championship, our first year in the Final Four probably would have been easier had we gotten to the national championship game. For me and Sam, after that, to make the decision to go back to school, and then we come back to school with like a target on our back every single night we play, especially in the Big Ten, and then getting into the tournament, it was extremely difficult to get back there. Like I don't think people realize like sometimes you're like dumb enough you don't like understand the run you're on, and then the second time you get back to campus there's a lot more pressure because you're like we know what it takes to get back there, and like we weren't thinking about it the first time, but now we're thinking about it the second time. I remember we had some close calls in the tournament our senior year. Like we played a lot of close games in that tournament. It's not like we just ran through our competition because people wanted to beat us. Like they knew that we were coming back. We were a 1 seed. I was, national player of the year. Like we had NBA guys on our team. We had a lot of really good players. Like people wanted to beat us, you can tell. And I think the first year, some people kind of took us for granted. So it was really difficult to get back there the second time. And then obviously, the run we had to playing all the good, similar teams from the year before, having to play. I mean, look at that Kentucky team, having to play them in the semifinals to get to play another team in Duke that was just loaded as well. Obviously you would have loved to have walked away and one of the two of them with a national championship, but like our road and the things we had to do and the things like we had to build from the inside to get there. It's not like we just slapped talent together and like became a Final Four contender. Like we really had to like get together and guys had to accept their roles and guys had to play, great basketball for a consistent period of time to get there. And I think that's the special part about it that people don't necessarily understand. Like we kind of came out of nowhere the first year, and then the second year we were top dogs pretty much like all season, and people were gunning for us night in and night out. And when you have that target, like I said, it's that much more difficult to get back there, and we did it.